noticed, but what you went on your dialogue there about gacha games, I started dancing a little bit, and Emerald said that my Millie Rock is very crispy. However, he said that his might be better. So we have to have you on eventually, Emerald, for like a dance competition.
Oh, of course.
We'll put you on Discord or whatever, and that way we can see who dances better. It's probably going to be you because I'm a mediocre dancer, but we'll see. Anyways, so speaking on the gacha difficulty, now I think we might want to talk about like a hack and slash beat 'em up type deal in games like Devil May Cry and Ninja Gaiden. I don't know about you, but when it comes to Devil May Cry, I think Devil May Cry 1 I actually did try playing on a harder difficulty. Devil May Cry 3 I haven't even beaten yet, and that's on normal. But correct me if I'm wrong, I think that Devil May Cry 3 actually had that infamous issue that for some reason when it was ported to the US or something, every difficulty was actually let's say normal was actually hard, and then easy was supposed to be normal or something like that.
That's what they've been saying for a long time. They say the same thing about Ninja Gaiden. The problem is that for them, normal difficulty was something different than it is to the American crowd. So, like God mode or Titan mode in God of War or whatever it is in the new game now, because I haven't played it yet, please don't spoil, it's technically like hard mode for them. And for them, hard, like legendary mode or super hard mode or whatever, is something completely different. So Ninja Gaiden, the first one, Ninja Gaiden Sigma, had to incorporate an easy mode that was essentially still a normal mode by American standards. And that's just the difference between, you know, Japanese playtesters versus American playtesters. There's two different types of experiences. That's kind of hard to explain. But here we're going to have Devil May Cry on screen. And we're going to see like how well the player puts together or puts to use his toolset, or in other words, like the different weapons and combos to kind of overcome the challenge, because he's right now playing on Heaven or Hell, which I think is one of the upper...
This is Devil May Cry 4 though.
Yeah, this is Devil May Cry 4. No, that's fine. I mean, Devil May Cry 4, 1, 2, and 3, they're kind of the same experience. And Devil May Cry 4 is pretty much like Devil May Cry 3 but HD. And they all have some insane, you know, forms of difficulty that people can sometimes become extremely bored from. And that's kind of the thing that I wanted to point out with Mike, which he just said there, like Devil May Cry 3 on normal, it was taking forever, it took too long, and I kind of lost interest. That's how I feel about Halo 2 Legendary. It just takes too long. I lose interest, and it's like and the challenge is already gone. Like, I get the point, but I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. Like, I feel like I'm just doing the same thing over and over again to overcome the challenges. And that's kind of like what it feels like with the Devil May Cry game.
Let's see what's going on here, because right now on the screen we have a boss. He just beat him instantly, though. Okay, you chose something weird.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Every single time you choose a video, you always pick something weird. Heaven
or Hell is
Isn't that Hell? Isn't that where it's easy but like risky? Like high risk.
Yeah, I forget that it's like it's like the one-shot mode. One second.
Hold on. I'll let him look that up. Meanwhile, I'll keep talking about this. So, yeah, my experience with Devil May Cry 1 and Devil May Cry 3. Devil May Cry 2 was actually pretty easy. I don't know why. It was just a weird game. But Devil May Cry 1, I think, was a very good amount of challenging. Like, it was actually kind of hard to get into. But once you got the hang of it, like, you know, working with the funky camera angles and stuff like that, all it really was, you know, I think the bosses were made harder. Obviously, you had to be more careful. You had to learn the patterns more perfectly and stuff, and use your tool set more completely. Once you got the hang of the funky camera angle and everything, you're pretty much set.
I think I found one of the bosses that you had some difficulty with.
Yeah, which now in Devil May Cry 3, I don't know how to describe it. It was just hard. It was just hard. It was like hard from start to finish. Even on normal, the enemies were pretty punishing and stuff. So, just sorry,
I'm having a difficult time pinpointing the section I want to show off.
Just go towards the beginning, because I didn't get that far into the game.
No, but I found the area where you got stuck at the worm boss, the Leviathan. You're being stuck inside the Leviathan.
Being stuck inside the Leviathan.
Right. I remember you playing it. One second, guys.
So I don't recall what you're saying. The Leviathan.
It's been a while.
Oh, are you saying the creature that swallowed me or whatever?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. I think I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, this is it right here. So the boss is towards the end of that. Okay, there it is.
All right. Go ahead and
all right. So
do your magic.
All right. So just to explain what's going on here. Right now, this is a boss fight in Devil May Cry 3. It's inside the Leviathan. It was basically like a creature of some sort. It's like a demon, a massive demon that swallowed you. It's basically like you're playing inside. I forget what type of creature it was. He must like a worm or a whale or something like that.
Leviathan. It's called the Leviathan.
Yeah, so it's the Leviathan. And the boss basically is you're inside him, and you make it to a part where like you're fighting like 3 of his organs or something at the same time. And they count as 3 separate bosses. Basically, the middle piece has the main health bar, where if you deplete that, you're pretty much home free, like you're just done. And then you have the right side, which is like a laser, and then the left side, which is like another.
And this guy makes you look like you're bad. I'm sorry. Like this guy, that boss you had trouble with, the Leviathan. Michael actually had a lot of trouble figuring out how to properly combo, keep him off his back, and then fight the enemies. Not to put you down, but I'm just saying this guy, like, literally, he did it without getting touched.
Of course, the thing is, this is a speedrunner, so you're never.
Yeah, he's always going to be a master. They're always going to be masters of what they're doing. They know what they're doing. How to
exactly. A speedrunner will typically never fail at their game. If they do, they consider it a bad run. But yeah, this is actually a 100% speed run. So this person's completely mastered the game. Obviously, look at all the different things he's doing and all the attention he's paying to all these enemies in order to do it. Normally, you would have been dead by now if you would have eaten some of those attacks. And notice how he's even reacting to things that are off screen, never dropping a combo. He's being extremely consistent. But this isn't the level of gameplay that you'd get from a normal gamer. Honestly, look at all these things that he's juggling at once in order to play at this level. It goes to show that for you to play this at the highest of levels, you're gonna be badass. Like, you gotta know what you're doing.
One thing I wanted to point out too, from a guy that has Ninja Gaiden under his belt, the Master Ninja difficulty, which I don't think is actually as hard as Devil May Cry, but that's always debatable. I mean, Devil May Cry has its own way of being hard because of the mechanics it has, and as well as other games like Wolverine and I don't know, a bunch of hacker slashers that have been hard. If the game allows you to abuse the jump, abuse the jump. Because by 99% of the time when you jump, you can pretty much dodge pretty much everything in the game.
That's a good point that you brought up there, because you could actually see that this guy's pretty much constantly jumping. Even when he was fighting those 3 spiders, he was doing a combo on one of them. He was using the sword, then he was jumping, doing a jump sword attack. Then he switched to the nunchucks. He was doing air combos with the nunchucks, making sure he was dodging every single time another enemy came at him, keeping his eyes on the enemies that were surrounding him. Now, he didn't even take a single hit, but, they were attacking pretty much constantly all throughout that. Right. Any lesser player would have been caught off guard and just died right there.
Devil May Cry is one of those games where it's kind of, you have to really walk into it and understand what you're getting into, because it's not going to be like a regular hack and slasher where it's going to sit down, give you a full tutorial and explain to you what each move does. There's moves in the game that you don't get a tutorial for and you have to figure out, but that's the fun of it, figuring out all these things you didn't know you did a thing. And maybe Michael and I will one day, sit down together and fully go on and beat these games on hard mode together rather than do it separately, because I don't think there's a point of us doing it separately. But the point is, we will work together and try and figure out these things, maybe show it on stream someday. But the point is, the game challenges you to use your full tool set. You have to learn when to use your combos, when to switch styles, when to attack properly, that sort of stuff. Can you search up Ninja Gaiden?
Yeah, you have it here, actually. Hey there, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Co-op Syndicate. Make sure to check out both the Co-op Syndicate main channel and clip channel to get all of our content. If you haven't already, please consider liking, subscribing, and ringing the bell as well so that you never miss out on any future episodes. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider sharing it with your friends and family, or you could also share it on any social media website of your liking. If you guys would prefer to listen to our podcast on the go instead of viewing the full episode on YouTube, consider checking the Co-op Syndicate podcast out at TheCo-OpSyndicate.buzzsprout.com. We host the Co-op Syndicate on Buzzsprout, and it is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or anywhere where you listen to your podcasts. If you'd like to watch us as we record the podcast live, you could actually give us a follow at twitch.tv/Co-op Syndicate. We go live every Thursday and Saturday at 4:30 p.m. If you'd like to support the channel, you could consider subscribing to us with Amazon Prime for free over there. If you'd like to participate in community events and talk to other members of the community, consider joining our Discord, which I will leave the links to in the description down below. If you would like to support the podcast and get rewarded in return, consider pledging to our podcast at patreon.com/Co-OpSyndicate, where you can support us at many different levels. There are multiple tiers that offer all sorts of different rewards for the level that you choose to support us at, including Discord privileges, merch, gift cards, and much more. Also, if you would just like the merch directly without pledging to the Patreon, you could buy our merch at merch.streamelements.com/Co-OpSyndicate. Lastly, if you'd like to keep up with Jordan or I outside of the Co-op Syndicate, you can find us on every social media platform under Michael C. Moore for myself or JG_Mark1 for Jordan. Thank you guys again, and until next time, happy listening.